$823. That's what a 3-night Nashville stay costs you above the hotel across the street. Same city, same dates, same 3 nights. That number comes out of a 28 market pricing study published this April, and it's exactly why we're giving you 15 reasons why staying at an Airbnb no longer makes sense. Researchers at AirROI priced out every single checkout line item, nightly rate, cleaning fee, service fee, local lodging tax, against published hotel rates in those same 28 cities. Hotels won on total cost in 27 of them, and the median booking finished 55.9% above the nightly rate the guest was originally shown. The writing is on the wall here, folks. Stick with us because 3 things in this video are going to surprise you. Number 1, we're showing you the single line item on your bill that changed in 2026 that almost nobody has noticed. Number 2, we're naming the one American city where Airbnb still beats the hotel and why that exception actually proves the entire case. And number 3, we're going to show you what your inflated bill is really telling you about the housing market. Let's start with reason number 1. And it's the foundation for everything else. The price you are shown is not the price you pay. NerdWallet ran an analysis of 1,000 actual U.S. Airbnb bookings, and the base nightly rate accounted for just 68% of the final cost. 32% of what you hand over is taxes and fees. Now, compare that to hotels, where baked-in fees average 4.4% of the total. That's not a small gap. That's a completely different pricing model wearing the same clothes. And it matters more than it sounds because search results sort on the nightly number. Every incentive in the system pushes a host to move money out of the number you compare and into the number you only see at checkout. Reason number 2 is the cleaning fee. And we want to explain this one to you carefully. AirROI analyzed more than 685,000 U.S. entire home listings. The average U.S. cleaning fee is $188 per stay against an average nightly rate of $288. And globally, 73% of listings charge one, with the average fee equal to 55% of a night's rate. So let me say the thing nobody in this industry wants said out loud. The cleaning fee was never really about cleaning. If it costs 55% of a night's revenue to clean a property, that business does not work. It's a price-hiding mechanism. It lets a host advertise $150 a night and collect $230 a night. And we want to be precise here because the averages hide something. The median cleaning fee is $75, but the average is $188. When the average is nearly 3 times the median, that tells you the top of the market is charging enormous fees and dragging the whole number up with it. The listings you actually want are the ones doing it. Reason number 3. You do the cleaning anyway. And this isn't our opinion. Airbnb's own CEO Brian Chesky said it publicly back in 2022. His words were that guests shouldn't have to do unreasonable checkout tasks such as stripping the beds, doing the laundry, or vacuuming. He said reasonable means turn off the lights, throw the food in the trash, lock the door. Then in May of 2023, the company went further and started letting guests rate checkout requirements directly, with listings that repeatedly score badly getting removed. Policies like that don't get written for isolated incidents. They get written because the behavior became standard. Think about that. You're paying a $188 average cleaning fee, and the platform had to build a complaint system for the chores you are still being handed. Reason number 4, extra guest fees. $10 to $50 per additional person per night, with $20 to $25 being most common. Reason number 5, pet fees, typically $20 to $100 per stay, and on premium properties, $150 to $200. Reason number 6, the damage waiver, $20 to $100, non-refundable. You never see it again, whether you break something or not. And reason number 7, local lodging taxes, which in that 28 market study run from 11.05% in Breckenridge to 17.4% in Chicago. Now here's reason number 8, and this is the line item we promised you. Airbnb is eliminating the separate guest service fee. That roughly 14% charge that hit you at checkout is being folded into a single 15.5% fee charged entirely to the host. Airbnb's own documentation puts the U.S. deadline at September 15th, 2026. And on the surface, that sounds like great news for you. It's not. The fee didn't disappear, it moved. A host who was netting 97% of their asking price is now netting 84.5%. And that host has exactly one lever to pull, the nightly rate you see in search. You're not paying less. You're paying the same money with less visibility into where it went. So let me show you what that actually looks like in dollars, using the Nashville example from the study. The listing advertises $368 a night. 3 nights is $1,104. Add the $175 cleaning fee, you're at $1,279. Add the 14% service fee, $179, you're at $1,458. Add Nashville's 15.25% lodging tax, $222, and your final total is $1,680. You were quoted $368 a night. You're actually paying $560 a night. And the comparable Hyatt place downtown, all in, taxes and destination fee included, comes to $857 for the same 3 nights. That's a difference of $823. You're paying 96% more for the privilege of doing your own laundry. And notice what happened to the number you actually shopped on. It moved $192 a night. There's no version of comparison shopping that survives that. Real quick, if this market intel is helping you make better decisions, hit the notification bell. We drop new housing data every week, and the viewers who catch it first get the best opportunities. The bell ensures you see everything immediately, not days later when the market's already moved. All right, reason number 9, reliability. Airbnb's updated host cancellation policy now imposes penalties from $50 all the way up to $1,000 on hosts who cancel on you. Policies like that don't get written for rare events. Reason number 10 is Airbnb's own admission. When the company launched Total Price Display in early 2023, nearly 300,000 listings removed or lowered their cleaning fees almost immediately. By the end of that year, nearly 40% of active listings charged no cleaning fee at all. That's straight out of Airbnb's fourth quarter 2023 financial results. Think about what that actually means. 300,000 hosts were charging fees they could not defend the moment guests could see them before booking instead of after. Reason number 11, surveillance. Airbnb banned all indoor security cameras globally effective April 30th, 2024, regardless of location, purpose, or prior disclosure. Again, that ban exists because the problem was real. And here's where it gets worse. Reason number 12 is that your reservation can be erased by a city council. New York City's Local Law 18 took short-term listings under 30 days from 22,246 in August of 2023 down to roughly 4,000 by May of 2024. That's an 82% collapse. California's Senate Bill 346 took effect January 1st, 2026, forcing platforms to hand over host data and display license numbers. Houston's registration ordinance hit the same day, with platform removals beginning April 1st, 2026, affecting roughly 8,500 properties. Austin's platform enforcement lands July 1st, 2026. Reason number 13. The federal government agrees with the premise of this video. The Federal Trade Commission's rule on unfair and deceptive fees took effect May 12, 2025. It specifically covers vacation rentals, and it carries penalties up to $53,088 per violation. When a federal regulator writes a rule naming your industry, the pricing problem is not a matter of opinion anymore. Reason number 14. The hotels built the thing you actually wanted. Hilton announced Apartment Collection by Hilton in January 2026. Furnished apartments with kitchens and laundry in New York, Washington, D.C., and Atlanta. Marriott has apartments by Marriott Bonvoy. Hyatt has homes and hideaways. Space and a kitchen used to be the entire argument for a short-term rental. That moat is gone. And reason number 15. Travelers already figured this out. In a survey of 2,193 U.S. travelers fielded last October, 62% said they prefer hotels. 76% said hotels are more transparent about pricing. And 63% said they've walked away from an Airbnb booking specifically because of cleaning costs or checkout requirements. Now, I promised you the one city where Airbnb still wins, and it's New York. But look at why. New York hotel rates averaged $338 a night against a market-wide Airbnb rate of $226. Airbnb only wins there because the city strangled the supply and pushed hotel prices through the roof. The single exception in the country is a market where regulation broke the hotel side. That's not a defense of the model. That's the exception proving the rule. Now, we want to be fair because there are serious people who disagree with us. Jamie Lane, the chief economist at AirDNA, published a 2026 outlook titled, "2026 will be the best year to invest in short-term rentals since 2021. His argument is that new listing growth has slowed to 4.6%, down from the 20% expansion of 2021 and 22, that nightly rates are forecast to strengthen, and that the return premium is the strongest it's been since 2022. And he's right, for owners in the right market. Airbnb just posted record numbers, $27.2 billion in gross bookings in the second quarter of 2026, up 16%. Demand isn't collapsing. Anybody telling you this company is going under is selling you something. But that's the whole point, and it brings me to the third thing I promised you. Both things are true at once, and the reason they're both true is the housing market. U.S. short-term rental supply hit a record 1.76 million listings in June of 2025. Demand growth over the same stretch fell from 15.8% in 2021 to a projected 5.5% this year. Supply is climbing, demand is decelerating, and by the third quarter of 2025, 31 of the top 50 U.S. markets were posting falling occupancy. In Austin, listings jumped 32% in a single year, occupancy fell to 45%, and revenue per listing compressed to $131 a night. As of June 2026, Austin's rates are down 7.1% year over year. Destin is down 19.9%. Gatlinburg down 10.6%. When per-property revenue collapses like that, owners don't lower prices. They stack fees because a rate cut shows up instantly in search rankings and a fee increase doesn't. That's the entire mechanism. Your $823 Nashville gap is not greed. It's a distressed operator trying to make a mortgage payment on a property they bought at 2021 assumptions, and they're passing that math directly to you at checkout. So here's what this means for you specifically. If you're a homeowner in Austin, Phoenix, Nashville, or the Florida Panhandle, understand that a meaningful share of the properties around you are owned by people whose business model is breaking. That's your comparable sales pool. And if those owners start listing, they're setting your price whether you participate or not. Watch furnished listings in your zip code. That's the tell. If you're a buyer in those same markets, this is leverage. Furnished properties with collapsing revenue belong to sellers with a payment problem and a deadline. Ask how long it's been listed. Ask what it earned last year. And ask whether the permit transfers. Because in Houston, California, and Austin, a lot of them no longer do. If you're a seller, you're not just competing with other families. You're competing with operators who need out. Price ahead of that, not behind it. And if you're an investor, the acquisition opportunity is real. But underwrite the 2026 fee structure and the 2026 regulations, not the 2021 spreadsheet. That 15.5% comes out of your side now. The permits are getting harder. And the exit buyer for a furnished short-term rental in an oversupplied metro is thinner than it was 3 years ago. The deals are coming. Just don't pay 2021 prices for 2026 revenue. Bookmark this video, come back in 6 months, and check every single number we just showed you. That's how confident we are in this data. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so the next video lands in your feed the moment it drops, and watch this one next. See you next time, partner.